Your easy snake plant won't stay easy if your garden wastes water and your slope keeps bleeding nutrients. Yes, snake plants are tough, practically indestructible, low-light friendly, and happy with little fuss, but even a hardy plant feels harder when the ground outside is leaking away moisture and topsoil. The fix doesn't start at the pot, it starts with the ground under your feet. We'll show you how the dirt locker stabilizes hillsides, holds moisture, and builds healthier roots so everything you grow needs less from you. Then we'll step inside for a senior-friendly snake plant routine that avoids the one true killer, overwatering. Ready to see why even tough plants start to feel like work? Let's talk about the garden problem you can't see from the pot. My dear garden-loving friends, your toughest plants still sit in the same ecosystem as your slope and beds. When the ground outside loses water and topsoil, your whole routine feels heavier, even if that snake plant could survive a missed watering or two. Snake plants are native to West and West Central Africa, often growing under taller plants in dappled sunlight or partial shade. They're steady, low-light friendly, and forgiving. The issue isn't that they suddenly get fussy, it's that we do more chasing, watering here, fertilizing there, because the outdoor soil keeps letting go of what plants need. When ground shifts, roots struggle. We water more, we add more fertilizer, we chase symptoms, and the stress spreads across beds and containers. It's not your care that's off, it's the soil's ability to grip and to sip rather than slip away. Here's the secret. Instability outdoors creates a quiet drain on everything you grow. The slope sheds moisture and nutrients downhill, so you refill and refeed. That cycle feels like diligence, but it's a treadmill. Fix the leak and the fill-ups slow on their own. Stable soil builds stronger roots. Strong roots lock soil, slow erosion, and keep moisture steady. Plants settle. Water lingers. Nutrients stay in reach longer. That's the calm we want. Less chasing, more growing. After a hard rain, a sloped bed looks scraped raw. The finest top layer, where life is richest, goes missing. You see pale patches, exposed crowns, and tired leaves. In a stabilized bed, the soil stays put. The surface looks intact. Perennials stand upright, and new growth appears on time because the pantry didn't wash away. Terraces that hold the ground also slow the water. When runoff moves slower, more of it soaks in. That means less nutrient loss and more even moisture across days, not minutes. Over time, you start to notice the simple wins. Fewer dry pockets, fewer wilted afternoons, fewer mystery gaps where plants once lived. We often try to cover the symptom with more pots, thicker mulch, or another round of fresh plants. But if the ground keeps sliding and leaching, those fixes fade fast. The real relief comes when the slope stops acting like a chute. Once the soil holds, watering cans get a longer rest. Fertilizer stretches farther. Even on a shoestring budget, you feel richer, because you're not losing what you already paid for in time, water, and care. That's a gift that keeps giving. So we start outside, we steady the slope, we slow the water, we let roots take the lead. Then every plant gets easier. Containers, beds, and yes, your indoor beauties too. And when the ground can finally keep what you give it, the next step is to use a simple, modular way to build those steady shelves across your incline. Meet the dirt locker. Modular steps to a calm slope. What if that steep corner behind your patio could turn into gentle, planted shelves, without timbers, cement, or a sore back the next morning? Here's the secret. A slope can stay put when we give it small, steady steps that share the load and slow the water. The dirt locker is a modular tiered system that creates pocket terraces across an incline. Each curved section connects to the next, forming a stable pattern that follows the land. You set them in rows, anchor them, and backfill. The result is a calm series of beds that hold soil where it belongs. These are modular tiered platforms that secure the soil. The interlocking curved sections distribute pressure across the line, not into one weak spot. Anchors lock them in place, so you don't need complex carpentry or heavy machines. We work with the curve, not against it, and the ground responds. Traditional fixes put us in a loop. Railroad ties weigh a ton and rot. Random rocks look good for a season and then slide. Loose logs wash out in the first real storm. We end up patching and moving and hauling, and the hill keeps arguing with us. The dirt locker answers with a sturdy, long-term frame that stays true. Here's the real magic. Every pocket acts like a small catch basin. Water slows, soil settles, roots get a steady seat, not a ski slope. That makes a perfect home for perennials and ground covers because they want calm feet and a regular drink, not a flood followed by drought. Think of a small backyard hill that used to shed mulch after every rain. With pocket terraces, it turns into staggered tiers. The top row holds a drift of native flowers. The middle cradles thyme and sage. The bottom keeps a soft mat of low ground covers that knit the edges. It looks tidy. It stays tidy. Over time, modular terracing helps water soak in and keeps nutrients from washing away. That's why the soil gets richer and the plants look settled instead of stressed. You water less because more of each soak stays in place, and you feed less because the good stuff isn't leaving with the runoff. Materials matter too. The system uses durable, recycled components that support water-wise design. That means a long service life with minimal upkeep, which suits us when we want a garden we can enjoy without a chore list that never ends. We set it and let it work. This design provides stability while transforming the often overlooked contours of challenging terrains into beautiful terraces capable of supporting various types of vegetation. Slippery slopes become reliable shelves. The terraces don't budge. Beds remain where you place them. Even after heavy weather, you step onto the hill with more confidence because the footing is true. This is where function meets beauty in the most delightful way. We take a difficult area and turn it into useful space that's easy to tend. Short rows, clear edges, predictable watering. The hill becomes part of the garden, not the problem we avoid. Now, my dear garden-loving friends, let's bring it to life at a gentle pace. Simple layout, secure anchoring, and easy prep so you can build it safely and enjoy the calm that follows. Let's put that promise into action with a senior-friendly setup that favors calm steps, not heavy lifts. We're building confidence first, then structure, so you can move at an easy pace and feel sure underfoot. Here's the secret. We follow 4 phases: site assessment, layout, anchoring, and planting. Paced for comfort. We also follow the manufacturer guidelines meticulously, so each piece sits as designed and the load distributes evenly across the system. That uniform distribution of load keeps rows true and reduces strain on any single point. Slopes feel risky because footing shifts and weight pulls downhill. We remove that risk by slowing down and shrinking each task. Short runs, light loads. Good balance. If a spot feels wobbly, we pause, reset, and create a safer angle before we continue. Start with assessment. Stand at the base and read the slope. Is it gentle or sharp? Where does water travel after rain? Note sun patterns. Morning light, midday heat, afternoon shade. Squeeze a handful of soil. If it clumps hard, it's clay. If it sifts through your fingers, it's sandy. This tells us how much drainage and mulch we'll need once the steps are in, and which rows will appreciate extra organic matter for structure. Now we mark the layout. Use stakes and a string line to draw short, staggered runs across the hill. Keep each run at a length you can finish without fatigue. We aim for tidy rows that follow the land, not fight it. This spreads the load and reduces slip. It also gives you natural resting points. Finish a short run, sip water, check your footing, then begin the next. Anchoring comes next. Set your first row at the lowest point you plan to terrace. Drive stakes on the uphill side to lock each section. Check alignment with your string. Then join sections so they act as one unit. Follow the manufacturer's anchors and spacing so the system shares pressure across the line, not into one weak spot. Move in small zones. Anchor, backfill a bit, tamp lightly, and step back. Keeping the fill low and even helps you stay balanced and keeps the row true. We prepare the soil with water-wise intent. Blend a bit of compost into the pockets for structure, not a heavy mix that holds too much water. Add the strategic addition of mulch around plant bases, enough to shield the surface, amplify the landscape's defense against surface erosion, and aid in moisture retention. Thread a simple drip line along the back of each row for drip irrigation or pinpoint watering methods. Water lands at the roots, not on the path. This harmonizes with sustainable landscaping practices, using less while supporting robust growth. Here's a weekend approach that respects your energy. On day 1, assess and set the first short run. Take breaks. On day 2, anchor the second run and add mulch and drip. You'll see clear progress without sore joints or a cluttered mind. The next weekend, repeat the pattern until the slope is calm from end to end. Light inspections keep care simple. Once a month in the first season, walk the rows. Tighten a stake if needed. Top up mulch where the sun thins it. These small touch-ups prevent big fixes later and keep your footing sure. With the ground steady and the watering smart, your outdoor rhythm gets easier. And that same gentle pace will guide how we treat our snake plants indoors. Let's shift our focus to the plant that makes indoor care feel peaceful. The snake plant truth. Water less, live longer. Why do so many snake plants fail? It's not neglect, it's kindness with a watering can. We think we're helping, and we drown the roots. My dear garden-loving friends, here's the secret. Snake plants thrive when we do less, not more. They store water in those sturdy leaves like small tanks. That storage keeps them steady through dry spells, but soggy roots can't breathe, and that's where trouble starts. Wet soil shuts out air. Roots suffocate, then rot creeps in, and the plant collapses even though we gave it care. Overwatering feels loving because you see a dry surface and reach for the can. The fix is patience. Let the soil dry all the way through, not just the top inch. Use a simple finger test. If you feel any cool moisture deep down, wait. This pause keeps roots alive and active. Here's a routine that works. In warm, brighter rooms, most indoor specimens will want water about once every 1 to 2 weeks. In average homes, aim for every 2 to 4 weeks. In cooler, low-light seasons, stretch it to 4 to 8 weeks. Mark it on a calendar so you don't guess, and when you do water, give a thorough soak, then let every drop drain away. No sips in between. Light is flexible with this plant. Bright, indirect light gives you steady growth. Low light is fine, just slower. More light means it may use water a bit faster, but that calls for earlier checks, not bigger drinks. We watch the soil, not the clock, and we adjust calmly. Now the soil mix. This is where we win. Go with a well-draining cactus or succulent blend, or make an airy mix. 2 parts potting soil, 1 part perlite or pumice, 1 part coarse sand or cactus mix. That structure keeps air pockets open so roots take what they need and shed the rest. No swamp, no stress. Pot choice matters more than style. Use a pot with a drainage hole always. Terracotta is a quiet helper because it breathes and wicks excess moisture through the walls. That gentle drying saves a lot of guesswork. If your plant is tall, choose a heavier outer pot to keep it from tipping. Let's talk watering signs. If leaves wrinkle or fold inward, it's asking for a drink. If they turn mushy at the base, that's rot from too much water. Trim the bad parts, repot in the airy mix, and reset your schedule. The goal is firm leaves and a dry surface that doesn't stay wet for days. Mind the room too. Snake plants prefer warmth but tolerate cool temperatures down to about 50 degrees Celsius or 10 degrees Celsius. Keep them out of cold drafts, especially in winter. They'll thank you with steady, upright growth. Keep safety in mind. Snake plants are mildly toxic if chewed. Place them out of reach of curious pets or grandkids. A shelf, a plant stand, or a room with a door keeps everyone comfortable and the plant right where you want it. The payoff is real. A spaced calendar and an airy mix give decade-long ease. Less worry, less water, more life. With that gentle routine set, we can connect our indoor checks to the calm we're building outdoors and let the whole home settle into a simpler rhythm. Let's bring our attention to the source of ease, water wisdom, how outdoor stability makes indoor care easy. Can a calm slope outside make your houseplants simpler inside? Yes, my friends. Through rhythm and resources, we create ease. When the ground holds water where plants need it, your garden stops shouting for daily attention. That peace carries indoors. Your snake plant, your herbs on the windowsill, they all settle into a steady beat you can keep without stress. Here's the secret. Stabilize terraces, slow runoff, and keep moisture in the root zone. Less water escapes. Less fertilizer leaves the bed. You see fewer dry pockets and fewer wilted afternoons. Our time shifts from emergency watering to gentle checks. When the outside stops leaking effort, your mental load drops. You can see what needs doing and when. No scramble. No second guessing. The constant drag of outdoor watering breeds fatigue and guesswork. We rush through hoses and forget what we did last Tuesday. That fog spills inside. We give plants a drink when they don't need it, then skip the one that does. The cycle feels busy but not productive. Break the cycle with a steady slope and a simple plan. The garden becomes predictable, and predictability is kind. Principle first. When runoff slows, your calendar opens. You water less everywhere. You notice signs earlier. Leaves that perk. Soil that stays evenly moist longer. Plants that don't wilt by mid-afternoon. That clarity helps indoors. You check the snake plant on a calm schedule. Every 1 to 2 weeks in brighter rooms, then stretching to 2 to 8 weeks as light and temperature drop. And with extra bandwidth, you can give it what it prefers for growth. 2 to 6 hours of gentle, direct sun or bright, indirect light, depending on your window. You act with purpose, not worry. Now the practice. Pair your terraces with a small rainwater catchment. Add mulch over the beds. Lay drip lines where roots live. The barrel saves what the sky gives. The mulch cuts evaporation and keeps soil cool. The drip delivers a slow drink right where it counts. Every drop stretches farther, and you do less lifting. One tiny setup I love, a small barrel by the downspout feeding a simple drip to mulched tiers. Hose days shrink to a couple per week in hot spells, and even less when the weather is mild. Indoors, you settle into a calm check when the mix is dry through, then leave it be. The rhythm sticks because your head and calendar have room. Terracing improves infiltration. Mulch reduces evaporation. Drip targets the roots. That trio gives you a garden that holds steady through wind and heat. You'll see fewer crusty patches, fewer washouts, and stronger perennials that ride out summer without fuss. The best part is how quiet it feels. Not silent, calm. There's a community gift here too. Stable, native-rich terraces draw bees and butterflies. Neighbors pause. Questions start. You share starts. They share a tip. Little by little, a friendly loop grows around your yard. It's not just about plants. It's about connection and ease. On a shoestring budget, one simple change at a time. Ready to put it into practice? We'll take that stability and turn it into a simple, senior-friendly roadmap you can follow without overwhelm. So let's turn that calm into action with a clear plan you can follow at your own pace. Action plan. From impossible hill to tranquil terrace. Want a quick senior-friendly roadmap you can follow this month? Here's the secret. We'll use a clean checklist that trims overwhelm and keeps your footing sure. We break the project into simple moves you can finish without strain, and each move delivers a clear, visible win you can enjoy the same day. Overwhelm stops projects before they start, so we cut it into gentle, doable steps. You'll assess, plan, install, plant, and maintain with minimal effort. No rush, no heavy lifts, just calm progress and a hill that turns from headache to useful ground. Step 1 is assessment. Stand at the low edge and read the slope. Note where rain travels, where sun lingers, and how the soil feels in your hand. Clay clumps, sand drifts. That tells us drainage and mulch needs. Now sketch 3 short terrace rows, not one big build. Short rows share the load. They also give you natural pause points to rest, sip water, and keep balance. Step 2 is installation in small batches. Set the first dirt locker row on your lowest line. Anchor sections firmly, then connect them so they act like one. Backfill a little, tamp lightly, then mulch that short run before moving on. Work across the slope in tidy zones. Anchor, backfill, mulch. Repeat. That rhythm keeps you steady, and each finished run stabilizes the next. Think of it like stacking sturdy shoe boxes on a shelf. You place one, make it secure, and only then set the next. This simple order keeps the whole stack true and saves you from rework after the first rain. Step 3 brings life to the pockets. Choose native perennials with strong roots and easy care. They knit the soil and support pollinators without fuss. Plant them snug in those pockets, then thread a simple drip line along the back edge so water lands at the crowns, not on the path. Add a small rain barrel at a downspout. Gravity does the work, and you spend less time hauling hoses. Step 4 is light. Regular care for the first season. Walk the terraces once a month. Press on the anchors. Tighten if a row feels loose. Top up mulch where the sun thins it. These small checks prevent big fixes later and help plants settle fast. After that first season, most of your care shifts to seasonal touch-ups. Now the indoor tie-in. Repot your snake plant using a well-draining commercial cactus or succulent mix. Make sure the pot has a drainage hole to prevent standing water, the most common path to root rot. Set a calm schedule. In brighter, warmer rooms, most indoor specimens will want water about once every 1 to 2 weeks. In average light, check every 2 to 4 weeks. In cooler, low-light stretches, you can wait 4 to 8 weeks. When you water, give a thorough soak and let every drop drain. No sips between. Here's the mini payoff. You transform a difficult, unstable corner into a resilient, biodiverse space that asks less from you every month. Less labor, more life, season after season. Your outdoor rhythm steadies, and your indoor care follows suit with ease and confidence. As the dust settles and the terraces hold, notice how steady ground brings steady plants and a quieter mind to match. As we wrap up, let's bring it home with the heart of today's topic. Conclusion. When the ground holds steady, your plants hold steady, and your peace follows. That calm foundation supports active aging, real enjoyment, and a garden that gives back daily. Here's the secret. Transform one slope tier this month, then set your snake plant on a calm, spaced watering schedule. Share your progress in the comments so we can cheer you on and learn together. If this helped, tap like and subscribe to Golden Seniors Living. Share this with a friend who loves low-maintenance, high-reward sanctuaries. Less work, more beauty, and a rhythm you can keep with ease, season after season.